Anyway. Hey, we're live with day 13, I believe, of Trails of Cold Steel 2. So, we gotta go to Ymir.
Where do you want to go?
And then we gotta go to the Aqua Shrine.
Leave it to me.
We gotta, of course, go to Ymir for the heals. gotta go to the hot springs, man. The foot bath. Gotta get that CP up. Especially considering what happened last time. Oh jeez, Rein's EP is gone. And that's everyone at 200. Return to the courageous! Yesterday's stream should go live on the YouTubes at 2 o'clock when this stream ends.
Where do you want to go?
We need to go to the Aqua Shrine, which is... No, this is fire. To Lohengrin!
Full speed ahead!
Kappa. Laura Milliam. You guys want to see what we can get for orbs? We should be able to obtain our third Zemurian ore crystal here, right? I don't see why not. Let's head towards the door inside like we always do. Modify ornament quartz. We want Shadow Blade for Elisa. Altair Cannon, yes, and yes. Rein and Elisa. Clamp Solarian. Well, technically, I guess Emma would be better suited, but I don't use Emma all that often, so that's why I'm getting it for Elisa instead. Okay, slot. She is double slot everything. Okay, good. Ornament. Oh! Now, okay. Altair Cannon. Grim Butterfly. Phantom Phobia. And I actually can't teach her that last move. Ooh. Unless I get rid of EP Cut or something. Well, EP Cut is not really necessary. And of course, if this levels up and one of these two is Altair Cannon, then we're good. Right? And now we just have to wait for the other two to for the rest of them to show up. Which I have yet to figure out. Hold up, we're gonna check it now. We're doing this live. All right. Ancient glyph. Oh, it's ancient glyph. It actually is ancient glyph. They've just taken down. Yeah, it's just the 600 and 300 ones. Okay, I guess we could do those then. Alright, le quartz. Okay. Ah! I can't get wind. Okay, we need 600 space time mirage. Time space mirage. So that's space. Okay. But right? And we just need to get rid of Judgment Bolt for thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Just so she has an attack. I love how I have them all at maxed out, but then like I don't actually need it much. Yggdrasil. Rakshasa! Rakshasa. I love that. 360, 350, 450. 450, 450, 500 EP. Okay. Just in case. The Aqua Shrine. There is a... Okay, we need to figure out what this one is. Laura and Emma. Oh. Yes. Let's go.
I welcome all challengers. Leave this to me. They're off guard.
I'll back you up. It's my turn.
Predictable.
Yeah, they're not gonna do big damage to me at all.
They're off guard.
I'll back you up. Here I go. How about this?
Leave this.
Of course. How about this?
Leave this to.
Of course.
My turn.
Here I go. We should be safe now.
That was easy. Oh. Alright, now that I've gotten that taken care of, I need to head down, left, okay. Wait, how much? I don't think there's actually a way to check it, so.
The treasure chest is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah! Okay. Okay, so we need to trigger this one, yes. And this one's Laura. There's a Laura and Milliam one past this door. So obviously we're gonna have to do that one too. Maybe. Assuming it's not like level 1000. Once we've gone in, be ways to leave before finishing what we started. Are we ready for this? Open the proving grounds. And stay hydrated, folks. Okay, it's open. Really? No voice acting for Celine? It's actually not that bad of a puzzle. Be very careful, everyone. I really wish I was on a desktop instead of a laptop. Like, I love my laptop, but like, you know. You know, I figured it would max out. Milliam! Oh! Is there a way to... There's no way to check how much I have, is there? Oh, there is. I need 200 more.
Bring it on! Let's move! Ha! Now!
Gotcha. I'll handle. I can do fire.
Leave this. They're off guard.
You're done. I'll handle.
Let's move! Ha!
Too slow. Right. Now's our chance.
Got you!
I'll handle.
Onward.
Fast, boys!
Ha!
I'm fast as fuck, boys!
Okay. No problem. Fire. That takes care of them. I'm so glad.
I've only just begun.
Success. I'm so glad.
Hopefully I can get the last of the... Uh.
Sit! Ha! Ha!
Let's get this over with.
Here I go. Sit!
No problem. Fire!
Fast as fuck.
Onward! Yeah! Now's our chance!
You're done.
Here I go. Ha!
I'll handle it. No problem. Fire! We made it out in one piece.
One forte. Huh? What's this? Not sure, but I'm guessing the recession in the center is the key to activating it. To activate, but it'll need to be attacked using a field attack of a character with rank B or higher, certain damage type.
Ha!
No.
Right. Fire!
Onward! Yeah!
I'll handle it.
All right, we're using feet for this. Skyrim, interesting. Oh yeah, apparently Skyrim, which is literally on everything including your kitchen sink, is not... is not the highest, it's Minecraft. That's the highest, like the best-selling game. I don't know why I struggled with that.
We have nothing to fear.
Here I go.
I really okay, I like the battle music, I will say that, but I like the area music
Got
more.
you.
My turn.
I'll handle it.
Here I go. Ha!
No problem. Fire! Now!
Got you.
This is it for you. Okay.
My turn. Yeah!
Let's move. Ha!
Okay, it's safe for now.
Wait, what?
That one looks nasty. Try to be careful, everyone. This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes. I'll handle it. Now,
An opening!
Here I go. Ha!
I can do this. Fire! Now's our chance.
Got you.
Hang
Thanks.
in there. Okay. Got it.
An opening!
Too slow. Too slow. Now.
An opening! My turn.
Here I go. Sit!
I can do this. I'll handle it. Got it.
An opening!
Let's move. Ha!
Okay. Too slow. Got it.
An opening! Onward!
I can do this. Fire! Now!
Got you.
I'll handle it.
Here I go. Sit! Too slow.
I'll handle it. I can do this. We made it out in one piece.
Now the question is... So close.
Great!
I'm so glad. Done. I'm awesome.
Millium! Okay, I need to figure out a way to get down here so that I can get up. Oh. Hopefully we're supposed to tick them off and I don't have to like backtrack. Oh, I need to make sure I get the water sepith. That I probably don't need. Anyway.
Well, shall we begin?
Let's move. Ha!
Okay. I can do this.
Water sepith is like down.
Let's move. Sit!
I can do this. My turn. Now.
An opening! Together, Laura and Fee.
Spells victory.
I will always love that line.
I'm
No
so
one can make
glad.
me like it less. It is the best line ever. And anyone who disagrees is just objectively wrong. Or doesn't know the story. Like, to be fair, like, maybe that's their issue. Like, they don't know the story, and so...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest here.
Elisa and Machias. No. Don't care. Laura Milliam. Yes.
Okie doke, let's get started. Yes, sir. Bad idea.
Onward! Ha!
Yes, sir.
Predictable. Now's our chance.
Gotcha.
Fall! Onward! Sia!
Here I go. There.
Predictable. Onward!
Bad idea. Righto.
My turn. Ha! They're off guard! Milliam, quickly!
Gotcha. Here I go.
This could be an issue. Here!
Here I go. Now's our chance.
An opening! Leave this tight! We should keep going.
And we have 600! Let's go. Overcame the trial, and they can now use overdrive. I need to find, I need to make sure. I don't know if I have everyone.
That treasure chest is absolutely beautiful.
That treasure chest is cursed, and we're not touching it. I believe... No.
Are you sure we should be going up against that thing? This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes.
Let's move. Ha!
Right. Now!
Got you!
Onward!
I'll handle it. Got it.
An opening!
Hang in
Thanks.
there!
Unforgivable!
Let's move. Ha!
My turn. Now.
An opening!
No problem. Now!
Got you!
My turn!
I'll handle it.
My turn. Ha!
Too slow. No problem. Fire! My turn.
Let's move. Sit!
Onward! They're off guard!
You're done. My turn. No problem. Fire!
Let's move. Sit!
My turn.
Leave this. We should keep going.
Okay, that was Curia Balm. So we need to go one floor lower. The water sepith is going to be like right next to the door to the boss.
Great!
Let's get this over with.
Here I go. Sit!
Right. My turn. Yeah.
Leave this to me.
Technically, with the precision of a bow,
My turn.
with the precision of a bow,
Now!
Gotcha.
we should constantly be critting with Elisa, but like, obviously that would be unfair.
We did it, Elisa.
We really do make a great team. I'm awesome.
She does pierce type damage. Wait. There's one below. I'm really trying to get the water sepet, even though I don't need it. I miss how it just drops you in
Got my eye on the prize.
water bell. Okay, so it's the opposite end of here. Oh, there it is! Well, I don't think I can get it. I found it. It's like, yeah, I don't think I can get it. Or maybe I can. Yeah, I can. I just have to go. Okay. Game's not complicated. I'm just insisting on getting something I don't actually need.
Let's get this over with.
My turn. Ha!
Right. Ha! Now.
Got you.
Onward! They're off guard!
You're done.
Be gone!
My turn.
Let's move. Sit. Now's our chance.
Gotcha.
You're finished. We did it, Elisa.
We really do make a great team. That one's gonna be a pain. Careful! This one looks strong.
Let's move.
I really have death blow.
Ha!
I'll handle it.
Oh, it didn't come out?
My turn.
No
It must be
problem.
immune then.
Now's our chance.
Got you.
I'll
Yeah, I'm
handle
not doing this. I only slowed it down because it's like, oh, death blow.
An opening!
It's over.
Together, Laura and Fee.
Spells victory.
I was like, yeah, let's not do speed up. Because we got death blow.
I've only.
And then it didn't die, so I was just like, nope, not doing this. Yep. It's the same level as Thing. It's just not in the same, like, zone as it. Alright, got 2 more monsters, and then
Now's our chance. Let's go.
hey, we got the triple.
My turn. Sit.
Oh, now it comes out.
No problem. Fire.
Leave this to me.
My turn.
Let's move. Sit. Now's our chance.
Gotcha.
You're finished.
No problem. Now's our chance.
Got you.
Okay. Now.
An opening. Together, Laura and Fee.
Spells victory.
I don't know, man. It's just easy. These battles are just easy.
Huh? Thank goodness. Success. I'm so glad.
Granted, I have anti-death blow on my thing, so it's probably why the battles are easy. Death blow is probably the cheapest thing on the planet.
That one's gonna be a pain. Careful. This one's dangerous. Stay on your toe. Okay.
Here I go. Ha!
Right.
My turn.
My turn.
Here I go. Ha! Now's our chance.
Gotcha. Right. Fire. Now.
Got you.
Onward.
My turn. Ha!
Right. Fire. Now's our chance.
Got you. My turn. Ha!
Leave this to
Okay. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
I did it.
Oh, did Ring Fighter catch up? 104, 103, 104. Yeah! Reed's pretty much caught up now. Nice. 1,000 water sepith. The prize of the shrine. Even though we don't need it. We need like U materials now. You make them rare.
Here I go.
$360, $350, $450, $360, $450, $450, and $500. See? Much better. Now we got the end game. I'm not gonna use it, but we have it. I probably should actually. This is it! Now, who's the boss for the third one? Third cave! Oh no. Okay. Let's do this. And there's crystal number 3. We're not done just yet, though. Here it comes. Stay on guard. Is Rosario. This feels like the strongest Magic Knight yet. I'm always eager to fight a worthy foe. Strong as it may be, we can't let it get the better of us. Let's go, Lammy. Ah.
A worthy adversary.
I'll handle it.
Yeah, we're gonna skip.
Gather on my blade. Strike!
Okay. Dance for me! Great light reside in my bow! Radiant arc! Okay.
Radiant Arc and Radiant
Behold
Waltz.
the might of the Arcade School.
And of course, after this, we use Valimar. Gotta summon the big boy!
My turn. You're finished. Full speed ahead.
And then we switch, from Melissa, we just switch onward.
Shadow Brigade! Hang in there!
He just knocked out everyone!
Right.
Petrify. Burn. Seal. HP absorb. To be fair, I want to see what this one looks like.
Activate. Pimp.
Oh.
Hang in there.
So we're
Hasn't been paying
yeah, we're down to no one.
Not here. Here I go. Overdrive.
Wait, can I not use him? No. Unless no. Oh yeah, okay. I'm using. I have Elisa active right now.
Now. Come on, Lean.
Leave it to me.
There.
Turn. My turn.
What do you mean? It can only summon. Valimar can only be summoned once per battle. But I haven't summoned Valimar yet. I guess we're gonna go with this one then. I guess we need to have a full party.
Strike!
Right. Dance for me! Great white, reside in my bow! Radiant arc! Hang in there!
Thanks.
Okay, it's one more shot.
Let's move.
One more shot. Literally just one more shot. I lost Laura and Fee, but whatever.
Okay, it's safe for now.
I love that they gained 0 XP.
I'm awesome!
Alright. Is everyone okay? I think so. Thank goodness. Well, that's 3 trials overcome. Let's go and get what we came here for. Yeah. That's some anxiety-inducing shit right there. Item. No ornaments. Oh. Okay, I did not expect that. Woo! Ooh, I can explore. Exploring! Okay, there's literally nothing here. Taint, Zemirian, or Crystal. That makes 3. We gathered fairly good amount by now. Although I imagine we must still need be somewhat short of having enough to make Valamor's touchy. We should make our way to the last spirit shrine just to be sure. Agreed. Let's head back and get ready before going on to the next one. Yeah! We gotta get our CP back. Apparently the next one is just a scary thing. It's just scary. Yeah, only take me halfway. That's...
Let's get going.
I think I'm actually moving forward. Holy hell. Holy hell, we're actually moving forward.
I spy with my little eye the goods.
all of my party members? Oof. Okay.
Hey there, Reen. All right, let me hear your report. I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get 94 AP. Like, I don't believe that.
Well, I'll be looking forward.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me!
Okay.
Where do you want to go? Full speed ahead!
Well, here we are, the 4th Spirit Shrine. We're almost done. Let's keep it up. I mean, this entire place is on fire. Emma and Milliam is here. And Elisa and Sarah, lol.
Right.
Once we go in, be a ways to leave before finish will start it. Are we ready for this? Yes. Oh, is it just the proving grounds this time? Okay, it's open. Let's make our way inside then. Right. Is it supposed to have like a... Isn't this supposed to have like a thing where...
Let's get this over with.
My turn.
Ha! Now!
Gotcha! I can do... Okay.
Onward!
My turn.
Ha!
My turn. Right. Okay.
Here I go. Ha! Now!
Gotcha.
My turn.
Right. That takes care of them. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Sit! Ha!
We have nothing to fear.
Let's move. Arcus, activate.
My turn. Die!
Okay. Right. Fire.
Huh! Okay, it's safe for now. I did it!
What kind of flame lamp is this? I'm not sure, but it looks conspicuous enough to be important in some way. What's the worst that could happen if we mess with it? It's fast. I'm only attacked using a field character with rank B or higher certain damage type. Seriously? Reen? Reen is the one we have to use now? Okay. We have to use Elisa? I think Millium at one point, right? Yeah. We need to use Millium and Laura.
Stay on guard, everyone. That's no ordinary foe.
Ha! 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 Ha!
This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes.
Here I go.
Ha! Now!
Gotcha.
Leave this to...
I'll handle it.
Surtur, like
Now's our chance.
the guy from Norse mythology?
Your turn. Hang in
Thanks.
there.
Unforgivable.
My turn.
Sit!
My turn. Not here.
Oi!
My turn.
Here I go.
Ha!
I'll handle it. Hang in
Thanks.
there.
Let's move.
Sit!
Right. Hang in there.
Thanks.
My turn.
My turn.
Ha! Now's our chance!
Gotcha.
You're finished!
We did
We
it,
really
Elisa.
do make a great team.
Not bad.
Oh! Third S break. Let's go!
Look at me go!
Ha!
I welcome all challengers.
My turn.
Sit!
Okay. No problem. Fire! Now's our chance.
Got you!
My turn. Predictable.
My turn.
Let's move.
Sit!
I can do this. Fire! My turn. Hang in
Thanks.
there.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Done.
I was about to be like,
That one looks nasty.
Sit!
This one's dangerous. Stay
My
on your
turn.
toes.
Ha!
No problem. Arcus,
Onward.
activate. Okay. That takes care of them.
I did it!
I'm so glad. I feel stronger than ever.
Sit! Ha!
there's one more.
Stay on guard, everyone. That's no ordinary foe.
Sit! Ha! Ha!
Let's get this over
Here
with.
we go. Ha! Now's our chance.
Gotcha.
You're finished.
I can do this. Now.
Got you.
I'll handle it. Too slow.
Onward! Yeah!
Let's move. Ha!
Your turn. Okay.
Too slow.
Right. My turn.
My turn.
Ha!
No problem. I'll handle it. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
I've only just begun.
That one's gonna be a... This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes. My turn.
My turn.
Ha!
Right. Now!
Got you.
Leave this.
This is bad. Your turn. Hang
Thanks.
in there!
My turn.
Huh!
Thanks. No problem. I'll handle it.
My turn.
Ha!
Your turn.
Thanks.
Stay with us. My turn.
Thanks.
Right.
Wait, what?
Hip. Thanks. Okay.
My turn.
Sit!
I wasn't strong enough.
Too slow. I'll handle it. Right.
You have my thanks.
Let's move. Ha! No, you don't.
I'll handle it. No problem.
Leave this to
I'll handle it. I can do this. That takes care of them.
I don't know how,
I'm awesome.
but for some reason her CP is gone. So that means I have to re-up her CP. Alisa and Sarah.
I spy with my little eye the goods.
Marcus and Emma. It says Milliam and Emma. Whatever.
Sit!
It's like go down this elevator. Or not elevator.
Stay on guard, everyone. That's no ordinary.
Ah!
Oh, this one looks strong. Got it.
An opening!
My turn. Ha!
No problem.
Onward! Predictable. They're off guard!
You're done. Okay.
Here I go. Ha!
Right. Okay.
Leave this.
Let's move. Sit! Now's our chance.
Gotcha.
You're finished.
We did it, Alisa.
We really do make a great team.
Even while avoiding it, we still
Done.
beat his ass. This is the one we have. Oof. The big boy is coming! I didn't get the 1K for fire because
Sit!
we have the orb, we have the quartz we want. Well, here we are. There it is, our 4th crystal of Zimmerine ore. All that remains to overcome the final tribal, and it will be ours. Let's go! And here it comes. Everyone's just like, we ready. Let me now be done in a snap. This feels like what? Huh? What the? Did it just vanish? No, this was the work of
Oops, you caught me.
Vita? Wait, why did Vita beat it?
Grianos.
So that was your doing, Vita?
There's no need to be so wary of me. I merely did what you were planning to do anyway, didn't I?
I mean, yes.
I just did you a favor.
A likely story.
You can't seriously expect us to believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe this either.
Last time you tried to do us a favor, you abducted Elise and Princess Alphen.
Oh, woe is me. I don't seem to be very popular here.
Gee, I wonder why. Which is cute, at least.
What really brought you here?
Probably you, Emma.
How did you even know this place existed? Even I didn't until Celine told me.
Unlike you, I'm a fully fledged witch, in the truest sense of the word. As such, I know everything.
The way she says everything.
Far more than a trainee like you could even begin to imagine.
Harsh.
Seems like you've long known all there is to know about this place.
More than you and the Elder do, in fact. Oh, I know! Why don't I take this opportunity to enlighten you on a fun little something? That being the true purpose of the Hexen clan to which we belong.
What is this light?
A flash grenade? No, this is...
Something's flowing into my head.
Hey, story. So this is what a crystal of the ancient magical ore looks like. The light from it is so beautiful, it's almost divine. Overcome the trial to find what you seek. The witch was right, it seems. This should grant us the strength to suppress that great calamity. Indeed, the final battle draws near. Ever since I first met that great knight, my fate was sealed. I will abide by it, but will you accompany me? You needn't even ask, your highness. I will be by your side until the day the goddess calls me to hers.
What did I just see?
Yeah, what? And why wasn't it voice acted?
It felt like one of someone's memories.
Whatever it was, I witnessed it as well. And I presume that blonde-haired woman in it must be.
That shouldn't have been possible. Just what did you do for us to see that?
Think of it as a special treat from me. Ordinarily, only the Ashen Awakener would have been able to see it, but I allowed the rest of you to see it too. As for what it is, it's a glimpse of the truth regarding what really happened during the War of the Lions.
The truth? And that really was a memory from...
Drykel's the Lionheart, yes. And the woman with him was the Lance Maiden, Leanne Sandlot. During the war, they too had to borrow the strength of a divine knight. And they were drawn into a conflict between fragments of the great power. Just like Reen and Crow during this war.
Wait, there's no way the War of the Lions involved divine knight battles.
If that had been the case, surely the world would know of it.
Actually, I have heard mention of that from Grandmother. Wait, doesn't that mean...
Oh, has the truth finally dawned on you?
Oh.
The fragments of the great power are destined to be drawn to one another, forced to collide over and over and over. These dark times Erebonia is going through have repeated themselves since time immemorial.
Oh no.
And every time, the truth of what happened disappears from the memories of all. That is how this system works.
System?
Hold on a moment. I can't follow what you're saying.
I'm following it. I'm shook. I'm actually shooketh. What the hell?
Oh, don't feel bad if you're having trouble wrapping your head around it. That's perfectly normal. After all, that's just how this world is.
Wait, you aren't suggesting the clan's true purpose is...
Aha! Did you finally realize the fundamental role we witches play? We shoulder the responsibility of operating and managing part of that giant system. Not that I would expect an apprentice and her familiar to know anything about that. The elder knows, of course, but she chose not to share the knowledge with you, likely fearing it would be a burden. But how pitiful is it to have lived for the sake of fulfilling your duty as a witch without knowing what that duty really is? I almost feel sorry for you.
Don't look away, Emma. There's no need to be afraid of accepting the truth.
Rean?
Oh?
I know what it's like to be afraid of accepting new revelations about who I am or about my past. I feel like once I know, life will never be the same again. Maybe that's true, but there's one thing that I can believe in beyond a shadow of a doubt. That my classmates and all the people who've stood by me through everything that we've been through will keep standing by me to the very end and accept me for who I am no matter what.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah?
Nothing you could learn about yourself would cancel out all the time we've spent together. This is the class that was still cool being friends with someone they knew was an intelligence division spy. So, yeah.
Oh, Vilio! I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone accepted me, despite my past as a Jaeger.
Well, almost everyone. Holy hell! The temp in my room just like spiked. Let's drop the AC's temp as well.
Hold your head up high, Emma. There's nothing in this world that could stop us from proudly standing at your side until the bitter end.
I don't know what to say.
How about thank you?
Vida, thanks to you, I finally noticed the change in my own feelings.
Change?
I enrolled at Thor's to fulfill my duty as a witch. I won't deny that. Nor will I deny that until that point, I effectively lived to carry out that duty, obeying all I was taught without question. But that's the past. Now, I feel very different. Now, I want to live a life of my own, together with the classmates I've been fortunate enough to meet. I'm no longer the person I used to be. Emma.
That's the class president we know.
I'm impressed. You've matured a lot more than I was expecting during your time at the academy.
I don't know why her dress looks like it's like flowing like water on top of her. And that just has me weirded out a bit.
Vida?
But let's put that to the test, shall we? I haven't had the opportunity to train you in some time. So this is as good a chance as any to see what you're capable of now. Dance, dance, my sweet little bird. Behold, your master's foes. Bare your fangs and raise your talons.
What the?
Everyone get back! Quickly!
Holy shit. Grianos Aura, the Azure Guardian!
It grew? What did she do to it?
It's called Savant Vols. It allows a witch to pour an incredible amount of mana into their familiar. I'd imagine she's given it more power than even a cryptid possesses.
Oh.
Well then, Emma, let's see what you're capable of.
So... I don't know about you guys, but I'm terrified right
Show
now.
me if you have the strength to back up your words.
Please, everyone, lend me your power.
You've got it.
Leave it to us!
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
Let's move.
Huh. She doesn't have access to S-Break at the moment.
Gather on my blade! Strike!
I've got it!
Emma can now use Zodiac Rain.
Of course!
Let's see what Zodiac Rain is.
Stars in the heavens above! Answer to my voice and heed my call!
Ho ho ho!
Zodiac Rain!
Yo, that was badass! That was badass, hold up. Radiant Arc!
Dance for me! Great light, reside in my bow! Radiant Arc!
Leave this to me.
115,000 HP. Radiant Lion.
Witness the fruits of my training. Howl, Radiant Lion!
Let's move! Valimar! Acknowledge! Shit! Tap! Shit!
I can do this.
It was. Ooh.
Arcus, activate! Hang in there!
Thanks.
Of course! Sorry for the trouble. Come on, Lammy! Come on, Lammy! Transform! Setting target. Selective cannon, fire! We rule!
Leave this to me.
Gather on my blade! Ah! Strike!
My turn. I leave this to you.
Will do. You're finished.
Full speed ahead!
And that is that! Take that, Vito. I never even had to use
Hostiles neutralized.
Clam Solarian.
Guess we're safe.
Great!
I'm so glad.
Not bad.
I'm so glad.
Did we defeat it?
It felt as though we did at least.
Impressive. It seems you can back up your words.
Why'd you kick Fee out of the party, though?
Up there! It looks pretty worn out.
I'm surprised Grianos can even fly after that. You don't plan to keep on fighting, do you?
No, I think that will do for today. Poor Grianos needs a rest for one thing.
Vita.
Well, Emma, you've demonstrated the strength of your resolve. Still, I don't think you need me to remind you that resolve only gains worth when it's seen through to the end.
Yes, I know. I'll find a path through life on my own. And I will stop you.
Emma!
Oh, I can't see you succeeding in that regard, but feel free to try. I'll leave the last of the treasures in your hands. I'll see you again soon at the Infernal Rite.
She's finally left. I'm curious as to what she was referring to in her parting words, however. Yeah, what's this infernal rite supposed to be? Just how much more than us does she know, I wonder, and about what? What an unpleasant woman. Well, forget about her for now. Let's go and collect the Zemirian ore. Yeah, you're right. Okay, but before we do that, I'm gonna be right back.
Right. Right. Right.
Hey, we're back! I hope you guys enjoyed the lovely music. And that Reen was quiet. Zoom! Pa! Obtained! Zemirian Ore Crystal! And this is the fourth, which means we've been to every spirit shrine we're able to visit. Yeah, this should be plenty to make Valamore's new Tachi. Now we just need to get this back to George and help him with his work however we can. Indeed, we'll need to contact Professor Schmidt to request assistance too. Shall we hurry back to the Courageous then? That's not hurrying back to the Courageous. Circle. A circle is the slow walk.
No problem.
Look. She's a model.
Onward!
Okay.
He's got the model walk down, but but she's more a warrior than a model.
Let's ride.
Ah!
Stay on guard, everyone. That's no ordinary foe.
Y'all know where we're going, right? I mean, I'd hope you know where we're going. We're going to the Schwarzdrake Barrier. Now we return to Courageous. What purpose did me go in here have? Absolutely none. I just wanted to come here. Reen delivered the Zemirian Ore Crystal to George. Alright, looks like you've got a pretty hefty amount. This should be enough to make a top-rate Tachi for Valimar. Really? Once this is done, I'll finally be able to fight Crow on equal terms. Well, equal-ish. Yeah, if we manage to finish it. This is gonna be significantly more difficult than reinforcing Valimore's existing sword ever was. Remember, we'll be making an entirely new weapon from scratch. I'm not sure we can manage by ourselves. I might even have to ask the professor for help. Ah, so it's finally time for Professor Schmidt to come into play. Yep, we got enough Zemirian ore for him to work with now, so I can't see why he would turn us down. Although I can't say I'm all that excited to have him on board. Oh well, I'd better start getting what we need ready. Pardon me for asking, but why wouldn't you want to have him on board? Well, as you no doubt figured out from when you last met him, He's not easy to work with, and if his workspace isn't absolutely perfect, he'll throw a tantrum like you've never seen. He's unbelievable. It feels less like you're working with a renowned professor and more like a babysitting a temperamental child. Boy, why does that sound familiar to me? I see. Do they say geniuses are often? They do say geniuses are often eccentric. Anyway, I'll call Institute as soon as I finish sorting his work area out. You don't mind helping me out some more, right? Do tell George make his workshop will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. And they want me to put all the attack orbs into Valimar? I have 29 new materials again. Oh, I don't have a tech too. Okay, then. Insert HP orb. Let's go have a chat with Princess Alphen. So we've gathered all this word in order to make a sword for Valimar. I know Oliver would be all over this, so I'll just have you get a nice long look at it in its place. Nope. I guess we didn't collect all the character profiles. Thank you so much for your support earlier, Reen. I never would have been able to stand up to Vita like that without the class backing me up. Think us all you want, but that was all you. You were the one who made the decision to be strong and stand up to her, not us. You kept pushing forward too. It was very class president-y of you, so thanks. Besides, without the two of you, we wouldn't have been able to gather all this Zemurian ore. Gee, a thank you from Reen. How unexpected and out of character. Getting the chance to screw with Vita and Girianos' plans a bit is thanks enough. It's been a long time coming. What a pleasant cat you are. Anyway, now we should finally be able to get started on Valimar's new weapon. I can't wait to see this thing, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Pretty much. Still, we'll be excited to see just how much stronger it's going to make him. It's the Teach! So, they all set to 108, but Rita's still 106! Ah, we're a level and a half behind now. Shaw exchange. The question is, Orbital Factory. No, he's in the hold. Customize weapon, customize. No, it's still Gurren. Okay, so we're not at the big boy weapons yet, but we don't have Zemurian ore. So that's interesting. I would say we should put wind down here because it like matches. And put Maelstrom in this slot, but like it would make no sense. Huh! This one's clockwise. This is counterclockwise. Counter. Counter. Counter again. Clockwise. Interesting. Okay, so the males are clockwise, the females are counterclockwise. That's kind of sus. Hey, look, everyone has some quartz. I'm a tired boy. If his workspace isn't absolutely perfect, he'll throw a tantrum like you've never seen, so let's make sure we're good here first. Once we're done, I'll call in soon and invite him on board. Hell, some more, right? Help as a result of first class help. I'd be happy to. Ready now? Sure I am. Thanks, Reed. With both of us here, the work will be done in no time flat. They went about making the best looking workspace they could. Afterwards, George made contact with the Ruin Institute of Technology, and the time finally came to welcome Professor Schmidt on board the Courageous. Not quite up to our standards, but being that we're limited in our options inside the ship, this will have to do. It can't compare to facilities in the Institute, but you made the best with what you had, I suppose. Thanks, I guess. So there it is. I didn't expect you to obtain any Zamoran ore at all, much less this much of it. Where exactly did you find it? Class 7 obtained it from overcoming some very challenging trials. Come on, it's what you asked for, so you'll help us, right? That doesn't answer my question in the slightest, I'll have you know. Then again, the answer changes a little. I'm a man of my word, you did what you were asked, so I'll draft you the finest blueprints the world has ever seen. Still, a project like this is not without its series of trial and error. Your assistance will be crucial, George, just don't get in my way of my work. Right, anything you say. Well, that's the famous Professor G. Schmidt! He does not have a first name, guys. His name is just G. He's as much of a cranky old fart as everyone says he is. He and George seem to work really well together though, don't they? Well, if I recall, they were once master and student. He's got those dashing good looks, but his personality leaves a lot to be desired. It doesn't take much to impress you, does it? Working with Zamoran ore is no doubt going to be a challenge, and they will need to find a way to use it to replicate the sharpness of Itachi. Still, with Professor Schmidt on board, I'm sure they'll manage. He's the finest engineer in the country, if nothing else. Yeah, we'll just have to keep out of their hair and let them do what they do best. Finally, work on Valamar's Tachi began. George and Professor Schmidt worked as quickly as they could so that Class 7 would be ready when the time for the final battle with Crow came. While they were working, the Courageous received a sudden and unexpected call. I'm scared!
Are you sure, Captain?
Yes, absolutely. Several days ago, the Alliance moved their line of defense around the capital westward, which means that the east side of the capital, and in particular the area around Trista, are much more exposed than before.
Oh, we're gonna get Trista back. We're gonna get Trista back. We're gonna get Trista back.
That could totally work in our favor.
You're missing a U in favor. Technically.
Lucky us. Yeah, it sounds like we might finally be able to achieve what we set out to do.
We finally have a chance to wrestle the Academy from the Alliance's grasp.
Guess the Alliance is so focused on trying to defend Heimdall, they don't have time to worry about Trista. We couldn't have asked for a better chance than this.
I have some other news that may be of interest to you as well. The Noble Alliance forces are no longer the ones supervising Thor's military academy. Instead, they've assigned that task to the upper class students so the army can focus on defending the capital.
Why the upper class students?
I imagine they were chosen so the Academy would technically still be under the control of the nobility. I'm sure they're up to the task either way.
Are we talking about all of the upper class students or just a select number of them?
The Academy is being overseen by a group of students calling themselves the Order of the Lion. The group is centered around high-ranking nobles, and its commander is one of the sons of Marquis Higharms, Patrick T. Higharms.
Patrick? I'd heard that he was still at the Academy, but just what is he doing?
And what's this Order of the Lion?
I know nobles love tradition, but that name sounds like something torn from a history textbook.
Other key members include the son and daughter of Count Florald, together with a butler and maid from the upper-class dormitory. To my knowledge, the principal and the other instructors remain imprisoned within the academy itself, however.
Ferris is taking part too?
If I had to wager a guess, the Alliance ordered them to. Not like they're in a position to refuse.
That's a little worrying.
Principal Van Dyke is an honorary general of the army as well, so naturally, the army is concerned for his well-being. As such, we of the RMP are preparing to liberate Trista and the Academy from the nobility. It will be carried out before the battle for Heimdall can begin, using our most elite units.
Oh.
But that means...
Captain, would you consider postponing your operation for at least a few days?
Rean!
Do you not think the RMP is up to the task?
I don't doubt for a moment that you are. But since the day we were entrusted with the Courageous, no, even before that, liberating the Academy has been our dream.
Yeah, you can't just tear away a bunch of children's dream like that. That's messed up. As weird of a dream as it is.
I don't just mean Class 7's dream either. It's something that every single student gathered on this ship wants to be a part of. You could even say it's our duty. Whether someone else could handle it isn't the issue. It's what we've come this far for. We want to do it with our own hands.
Thank you, Rean. I feel the same way as Rean does. Thor's was established by one of my ancestors, so I feel a connection to it in that sense. It feels only right that those who have an attachment to the Academy should come together to take it back.
She's absolutely right. We've come all this way believing it would lead us back to the Academy. We can't just leave the last step of our journey.
That'd be messed up.
After all that's happened,
Angelica.
I think we're the ones who should be fighting that Order of the Lion, don't you?
Fighting. I highly doubt we'll actually be fighting them.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep, it's gotta be us. We've all put an enormous amount of effort into making it this far. It's only fair, right?
I love the twins.
We wouldn't be setting a very good example as second years if we didn't see tasks we've taken on through to the end.
I want to go and save Uncle Makaram too!
Man!
That's a lot of yes votes right there.
That was a unanimous yes vote. Like, no one said no.
I'm pleased to see we're all unanimous.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I want to do this too, Claire.
Milliam.
Really, Milliam? You too?
So, Captain, please, won't you leave taking back Trista and the Academy to us?
We realize we're asking a lot, But this is genuinely important to us.
Don't worry, we'll use Valimar or something. I don't know. I'm sure I could probably use Valimar once or something.
When I finally see Dad again, I want to be able to look back and feel proud of all I've done.
I was never raised to beg, but in this case, no price is too great.
I wasn't expecting to get quite so strong a reaction from you.
It's like, hey.
It's almost like we went to different schools. I've never felt quite the devotion and attachment to the academy all of you clearly possess. So it's a little strange for me to see how much each of you are willing to sacrifice just so you can liberate Trista together. But strange in a good way.
I mean, yeah, it's I definitely do not have any form of attachment to my schools. Any of the ones I've been to.
Is that a yes?
We'll wait 2 days. Trista will form a vital base in our operation to take Heimdall. It needs to be liberated as soon as possible. I hope that will be enough time for you to achieve your dream of taking it back.
Ah, we could do it in like an hour.
Thank you, Captain.
Oh, we can't use Valimar. That'd be cheating and things.
If you weren't with the RMP already, you'd make a hell of an actress, you know. You put on quite a show for someone who was gonna say yes all along.
And what makes you say that? Regardless, I will be praying for your success.
I love that! This entire, game, everybody's religious.
I look forward to seeing you all again in Heimdall after this war is over.
Thank you.
Good luck to you too, Captain.
So do we ever get to see Western Erebonia? At all? Because I don't think we ever got to see Western Erebonia. Finally, Class 7 was granted permission to liberate Trista. They left to assign the specifics of the operation to Toa. Eventually decided that they would carry out the mission on the same day a prototype of Valimar's new Tachi was completed. Trista's liberation.
The operation will begin today at 1200 hours. Make sure you've done everything you need to do before then.
As you already know, I won't be taking part in this one. This one's all you. My job as your teacher is to stay here and wish you luck. I know you can do it.
Thank you.
We've still got some time until then, so it might be worth going around and making sure we've got all we need.
Yeah, we can't be too prepared. Not this time.
Incidentally, how goes the development of Valimar's Tachi?
The prototype was finished last night. There's still some work left before it's completely finished. But personally, I'd say the progress we've made is nothing to scoff at.
Professor Schmidt's really something, isn't he? I guess, but he could lighten up a little. I went to go play down in his workshop and he was all super mad at me.
Were you expecting to be welcomed with a hug and some candy?
Anyway, by the sound of it, he's going to keep finding ways to improve it until the very last minute. I'm gonna be swamped with helping him out, but I should still be able to tune your Arcus units if you guys need it.
We just might take you up on that, George.
Whatever ensures you're as ready as possible. So much is resting on this battle. I don't want us to go in with any regrets.
Right.
All members of Class 7 will take part in the battle for Trista, whether they are in the active party or not. As such, make sure to check everyone's equipment, including that of characters you may not ordinarily use. To advance the main story, speak to Toa in the captain's chair and select commence operation. I don't care. I'm going to say this now, I don't care. Hold up. Let's see. If you're and they both make a choice, partner is available for a chosen partner event. Okay, so the only one that's active for Link is currently Elisa. Oh! Oh no! No, 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 that's not fair. Okay. Feels like ages since the last time I had a chance to play Blade. Oh wait, didn't I end up with some cards when I was on the Pantagruel? Took out a Blade 2 deck. Upon close inspection, you notice a scrap of paper stuck between two of the cards inside. Oh, what is this? Welcome to the new improved version of Blade, creatively titled Blade 2. It's basically the same thing, but with a few more cards to make it more strategic. Give it a shot, I think you'll like it. Just don't let it distract you too much from becoming a better night pilot, okay? Crow. When did he get this into my pocket? He could have just given it to me when we were sitting together, but I guess this is a much more Crow approach. Oh well. Probably during the fight. Still like the sound of more strategic. Maybe I should try inviting someone down for a game sometime. I'll practice that I can if I ever want to beat Crow anyway. You can now play Blade 2. Inspecting one of the card tables will allow you to call a classmate for a game. By playing against someone will allow you to deepen your bond with them regardless of whether you win or lose. However, you can only deepen your bond with 5 characters at a time. Characters you bond with get a star next to their name. After each major story development, these stars are removed, allowing you to deepen your bond with any 5 characters of your choosing again. No longer until the operation starts. Probably not the best to be playing card games. Well, maybe it wouldn't hurt to play a bit. Might help with my nerves. Probably only got time for one game though. Who should I play? With one character before the operation deliberation begins. Choosing a character will let you trigger a special event with them later in the game, even if you didn't bond with them in Berea Hard. Excuse me? The answer is obvious. Clearly, the answer is Elisa. Clearly.
Let's get started. Go on, draw a card. Guess I'm going first.
Doubles your current total. Ooh, that's we're gonna win with this card.
Bolt. Force. Now you've done it. What? You can't do that. Same score, huh? Wanna redraw? Guess I'm going first. Aw, one more game?
No, we don't have time! The game literally won't let me. Oh well, good game anyway. Still, I think I needed to play a game like this to let off some stress. I feel a little less tense now. Glad I invited you then. This operation's going to be tough, but I know we can make a success if we really put our minds to it. Yeah, I think the same thing. Still, be careful, Rean. We might all be fighting together to take back the academy, but that doesn't mean that you and Valimar won't have your own battles to fight on your way there. No doubt about that. The Noble Alliance has mostly withdrawn from Trista, but I'm sure there are a few stragglers just itching for a fight. I doubt we'll even make it in town without having to go through a few of their soldats first. Yeah. Still, there's no need to worry about me. I'll be just fine. You think? I can't even count how many battles I've fought with Valimar now. I know what I'm doing at this point. As if that wasn't enough. Now I've got a prototype of Valimar's Tachi to use too. Maybe I'm not ready to face Crow, but I'm sure as hell not going to lose to anyone else before I do. With all that and you guys watching over me, how could I? You're such a goof. How dare you, Elisa? Yeah, he is a goof. But you make a compelling argument. I guess the only thing we can do is believe in the two of you then. For the final part of the operation, know that we'll be standing by your side. Let's go take back our home. Right! Oh. That was worth. I love how I'm gonna like max level the thing, and it's just gonna be like, yeah. It's time to begin! It's almost time for us to do what we've been working towards since the day we were given this ship. The Order of the Lion is the only thing that stands in our way. I never expected the Student Council President role would come with this kind of baggage, but I'm ready for it. Just don't think that you have to do everything on your own. We're here to support you the whole way. I'm here to support you too. As long as we've got each other, I know we can do it. Commence operation! Ready to go, Rain? Everyone's equipment will need to be at its very best. That includes Valimar too. The active part or not as such, make sure to check everyone's equipment. Select to commence operation. Two teams will be organized to carry out the operation. Commence operation. The time for the operation to begin drew ever closer. The decisive moment almost upon them. Those taking part congregated on the bridge for one last review. Right, let's go over everything again just to be safe. First, here's what we know about Trista. The majority of the Alliance forces that were there have withdrawn, but some still remain defending the town's east side. It's likely that the moment we approach Trista, we're going to come under attack by the soldats stationed there. That's where Valimar and I come in. We'll deal with them first and clear a path for everyone else. Right, this is the first time we'll be able to see what the Zemurian or Hitachi prototype is capable of too. After you've liberated Trista, Irene, you and the rest of Group A will head directly to the Academy's front gate. And not that anyone here could possibly forget, but you'll also have the world's most adorable captain accompanying you. I have to say, I don't know how I feel about her being on the front lines. I can't help but agree. You've been a tremendous support for us, of course, but this is the first time you'll be taking an active role in combat. Oh, don't you worry about me. I'm a military academy student, just as much as you guys. I can put up a good fight. I won't get in the way or hold you back, promise. If what we're doing is to be seen as legitimate, we'll need our assistance from the ground anyway. Who better to overthrow Patrick Higharms himself than the president of the student council? Now you're talking. Group A's primary objective will be to escort Toho safely to the academy so she can work her magic. Good luck, you guys. We won't let you down. Angelica, aren't you joining us too? Yep, I doubt I'll make much of a substitute for Sarah, but I'll give it my best shot. After Group A's off the Courageous, me and the rest of Group B will fly around the back of the academy and charge in. Attacking from both sides at the same time sounds like a solid enough plan to me. Let's just hope said plan works. Not much point freaking out about it now. And with all the people we have on board, we've got more backup than we could ever ask for. Exactly, we've done all we can. Everything is in Adios' hand now. Ooh, I feel tingle running down my spine from all the feverish excitement coursing through the air. One would think you'd be a little more nervous considering what we're about to do. That's just how Class 7 operates. It's been a long, long journey coming this far, but you've overcome every obstacle in your path and done yourselves proud. Now all that remains is to go out there and liberate your academy. Best of luck. I know you'll pull through. Thank you, Your Highness. Everyone, assume your positions. It's time to take back our academy. Full speed ahead! I don't know if she's going to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Toho temporarily joined the party. Rin and Toho can now use Overdrive when linked with one another. Toho has a special craft called Weakener. Using Weakener on enemy inflicts a status aptly called Weak upon them. Oh, it just makes Form Group A, the group that will enter through Trista. Members not selected for Group A will automatically be recruited into Group B, led by Angelica. Alrighty then! Oh, we only have 4? Elisa, Laura, Fee, and Emma. That leaves the 5 to go with thing. You know what? Fair enough. She's level 114. That is not okay. Open camp menu. Only level 4. Tisk tisk. These are long range, and these are like close range, I guess. Plus, it means we can't just get demolished in one shot. This operation is bound to be the most significant battle we've fought to date. We can't afford for anything to go wrong. I might be better off sticking to just one Link partner while I'm fighting in Valamor. During the you'll only be able to use a single Link partner during the Fight Night battles. Choose someone whose bonding event you didn't see in Brayard to make the final event available if you meet all of the conditions. We're gonna go with Elisa as always. Come on, game! You know by now! The answer is always Elisa. Unless it's who dies. Then it's everyone but Elisa, but... I've gone like really like elitist on that one. I don't know why. Don't be elitist, please. What the hell? I suspected they'd come. It's time! Let the operation begin! Right! You ready to go, Valamor? At your command. Bah, let's see if you can pull it off. Take care, you guys. Get down. Zala, long range orbital cannon. It came from that direction. Big boy! You'll have to fight us first, brats. It's time for the Crimson Wings to fall from the sky. We've seen those before. Yeah, aren't they? They're the soul that Scarlet and Vulcan used. Yeah, but that's them, alright. This is gonna be tricky. No, it isn't! Valamor, let's go, baby! Let's go, Valamor. Acknowledged! I really wish that was voice acted. We've been expecting you. In the name of the Alliance, we won't allow you to go any further. Prepare everyone by Goliath and Kestrel, the perfect marriage of strength and speed. This isn't good. There might just be copies of the Divine Knights, but that Kestrel is much faster than one. If you let them work together and have their own way, you're going to be in trouble. Maybe so, but the pilots aren't nearly as experienced as S and V were. Time to force our way through, Valamor. Certainly. I really wish that was voiced. The Tachi! Use your new power well.
Use your links well.
They're doing nothing for damage.
No problem.
We're just gonna take them down one at a time. Oh! Oh! I accidentally clicked on. I fucked that up. My bad.
Now! Gotcha!
It's working! Keep it up! I can do this. Hip!
Now! Gotcha!
That's it! Just a little more! Great! Just one more! I can do this. Hup.
It's weird. This one's 110 when I swear it was 100 before. Anyway.
It's working! Keep it up!
How weak are these guys? Or is Valimar just that good?
Now! Gotcha!
That's it! Just a little more!
Oh, there's the damage!
Right!
It's like, oh, there's the damage! Shit, I didn't know you guys could do that.
Curse you!
Well done! You did great that time!
It's supposed to be plus 800, but it's only plus 230 because that's all that was remaining of the level. I've maxed it out. Let's go! Ah! That was instant, by the way. I just went, attacked, said ha, and then what the? What is that sword? You did it, Reen. Taking both out at once is impressive enough. Not bad for a prototype. That just leaves the interface then. Bah, if only he were here. Professor, where are you? Oh, forget it. Curse you! I remember that guy from I forget what the place was. The guy who rolled his R's in a funny way. We're withdrawing. Rendezvous with all of our near Heimdall immediately. Yes, sir. Poggers, chat. We did it. This is Princess Alphen Rice Honor. Apparently my mic's been muted this entire time. Lol. Literally the only thing I didn't really say much, to be fair. I was just complaining that they weren't doing any damage. I'm a dumb. With Castro and Goliath defeated, the Noble Alliance forces stationed near Trista fled. Reed stepped out of Valimar and grouped with Toe and the select members of Group A on the ground. After seeing off Group B and the Courageous, they set foot into the town they so adored. Mr. Streamerman derps again. Honestly, if I can save here, I will save here and end the stream. Just because... What do you mean Heimdall outskirts?
Well, we made it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Trista so quiet before, though. Seeing our dorm again really brings back memories, though.
It's the third dormitory.
Just a few months ago, this was our home. It's finally dawning on me that we're actually back. Back in good old Trista.
We really are. Feels like it's been a lifetime since we were last here.
It's also possible I can't force it to do it like if I'm intentional. It's also possible I'm just muting by accident.
It took longer than I would have liked to return, but I'm glad we did.
But it's a shame Sharon and Crow aren't with us.
But we're almost there.
Now, on to the academy. Not much farther to go.
Ah, should have known it'd be you guys.
Mikt!
Glad to see you're alive.
And kicking. I guess it's good to see you kids back here, too.
That's his voice? Cool.
You'll be glad to know that the townsfolk are the same as ever in spite of all this.
Hey, it's Class 7! You're all back!
Did someone just say Class 7?
Wow, it really is them!
If it ain't Toa, too.
Oh boy, am I glad to see you.
The feeling's mutual.
It really is.
When the battle began, we all started taking shelter where we could.
But when we saw the Alliance guys running off with their tails between their legs, we came out here hoping for some good news.
I can't believe you guys actually made it back here.
Looks like Mikt was right after all. Right? Right about what?
I heard from Toval, that you guys would be here to liberate Trista soon. He, told me that we should be here to give you guys a warm welcome.
Really? I guess he must have heard that from Captain Claire or something.
Still, since you're here, I take it you're planning on taking back the academy?
Hopefully tomorrow if I can save, because I don't want to go over.
Good on ya. Show us all some real Thor spirit.
You know we will.
Thank you all so much. This really means a lot to all of us. All right, everyone, get ready. We're going in.
All right.
Give me control. Oh, thank God. Because there's, 2 battles back to back. Oh! I guess we could do it. We got 35 minutes, let's do it. Wait, no. Yeah. I was like, oh, we're gonna end it. No, we're apparently not.
I can't believe they're all here to see us.
We're lucky to have everyone's support.
Love is more like it.
And that's all thanks to you and Toa, Reem.
Yeah.
You've both done so much for the people of the town, after all.
You should be proud of yourselves.
Let's get back our school. Andrew and the others must be at the back gate by now. Are we ready to go in, Reen? This is it. The success of our operation all rides on this moment. Are we ready to get started? go in.
Well, here we are, back where it all started. Thor's Military Academy. The place where we went from strangers to classmates to friends. I've got so many memories, I wouldn't know where to start.
It's strange to think we were here only 2 months ago.
Yeah, it feels like it's been way, way longer.
Still, we made it back in the end.
This is it. The moment of truth.
The place where our class first began, where we first met, is right in front of us. And we're going to take it back.
Supposedly, we should be able to knock them all out with 2 S-breaks, but like...
Let's go, everyone!
All right.
We've been waiting for you, Class 7.
Patrick!
Patrick T. High Arms.
It's been some time, Schwarza. I hadn't the faintest doubt that you and your classmates would eventually make it here.
Nevertheless, you have our congratulations for doing so.
Oh, hello, Celestine. I'm pleased to see that you haven't changed at all, Elisa. Ferris, you're here.
Adel. You look well, Fee. I'm sure the flowers will be so happy to see you back home.
Well, you certainly look ready for us. Although, judging by what you said earlier, you must have predicted we were coming. Probably before the battle on the East Highway even began, too.
Who do you take us for? We know your class better than anyone. There was absolutely zero chance of you passing up a move to take back the Academy once the Alliance left it in our care.
Naturally, we took precautions on the other side of the Academy as well.
Huh?
Right, we're in.
Looks like we were right about the back entrance being totally clear.
I hope Ween and the others are okay.
I hope you weren't expecting to simply waltz in here without even the slightest resistance. If it isn't my most exquisite rival, Angelica! Our reunion could never be more perfect. And I see you burst into the scene, flourishing only the finest in company. Welcome, Class 7, to the forbidden paradise of the noble Vincent Florald.
Oh, great. It's you.
Marcus is like...
Well, you're one of the last people I expected to bump into here. Guess our attempt to sneak in was a total bust.
So it appears.
It's a Rifa.
You are beautiful, yes, but you could never hope to surpass my great intellect. Go on, don't be shy. Shower me with praise.
You'd think we'd have access to like the rest of the schools, like our classmates and stuff that we had on board, but no, we just get the characters that we have active control of.
I see quite a few familiar faces here.
What a joy it is to see you again, Eustace.
It's a shame Loggins and Alan aren't with you. Still, looks like the present company should pose enough of a challenge to keep me interested.
Man, this isn't going to be as easy as I was hoping it would be.
Master Patrick, the battle should be in full swing on the other side by now.
Then shall we begin as well?
You're set on fighting us?
We are the ones entrusted with looking after this.
It's essentially, yeah, we gotta do, man.
We wouldn't be much of an order if we simply allowed intruders to wander in unopposed.
Maybe, but the Alliance forces who gave you that task are long gone. We're all students here. Why do we need to keep fighting?
We aren't doing this because we were ordered to, Schwarzer. We're doing this because we're upper-class students. Call us obstinate, call us fools, call us whatever you will. Neither the will of the Alliance nor my father's desires are of concern to me. We are nobles, and we feel both pride and honor in our social standing. We wish to know what cause we must take up arms for by virtue of that pride and honor. And we intend to find it by facing you. You're making headway in finding your answers. Let us find ours.
Interesting! You know what? I'm all for it.
You've thought long and hard about this, haven't you?
Sorry, but we intend to fight just as obstinately for our cause. We're going to take back the Academy. This is our home. And if fighting you is all it takes to get what we want, then that's exactly what we'll do.
S-Break spam!
We believe in our reasons just as strongly as you believe in yours. That's why we came all the way here.
I would expect no less from our student council president. Or from Class 7, our worthy rivals.
That's acknowledgement right there.
Celestine, get ready.
As you wish, Master Patrick.
That's a combat link.
When did you start using that?
I've been waiting for the day where we can finally settle our score, Lisa. I will show you no mercy, and I fully expect the same in return. Of course.
I didn't know you could use an orbital staff, Adel.
I'm not as devoted to improving my skill with it as I am to caring for the flowers, though. Do go easy on me, won't you?
We have our pride, our honor, and our strength, while you have yours. Let's see who comes out on top, Rean Schwarzer.
Bring it on, Patrick.
I love how they both got like tunnel vision. Alright. I'm ready. She's got
Then
guns.
let the ball commence. Follow my lead, Sarifa.
Alright, let's dance,
In the
baby!
name of House Florald, we shall not allow them to take another step farther.
Of course, Master Vincent.
It's almost reassuring to see how little you change.
I shall follow you.
Ha! You're gonna need to fight your best, because we sure will be.
Enough talk, let's dance, man!
Go, guys!
No matter who stands in our way, we shall overcome.
Finally!
Time to go full throttle. Here I go.
Here's a performance especially for you.
I love how apparently they just don't get...
Seventh Rhapsody! You've been a wonderful audience.
Just watch.
Hope you're ready. You're finished.
Here I go. I'm not holding back this time. Time to wrap this up. Dragon Kick!
I'll handle this.
Not quite.
All right, let's keep moving.
I didn't even need to use the third S-break. Fourth S-break.
A matter of course.
I've got it!
Recovery. Wait, that's not even an attack.
Yes!
Trinity Cannon!
I'm just getting started.
Twin Cyclones.
A worthy adversary.
Let's move.
Witness the fruits of my training. Howl, Radiant Lion!
Here I go.
Gather on my blade.
Strike!
No! Right.
Oh, we got 3.
Dance for me!
Again, just 3 S-breaks. It's supposed to be 2, but apparently 3.
Great light reside in my bow! Radiant arc! Goodness! That takes care of them.
Master Patrick!
We did it. We did it!
We sure did. Looks like we're the victors this time.
Why? I fought with all I had! Why was I not victorious?
My, you've grown so very strong, haven't you?
This can't be happening! First I lost during that practical exam, and now I've lost again?
Master Patrick, please raise your head. You may have been bested, but you've no reason at all to feel ashamed. Defeat shouldn't always be equated with embarrassment. You gave this fight your all, and for that, you should be proud.
Damn it!
You've got nothing to feel ashamed of either, Ferris. I can't even picture how hard you must have worked to come this far while I was away. I'm so impressed. I couldn't be more proud to call you my friend. Do you mean that, Elisa? How does one even respond to such a thing?
Yeah, I have no idea either.
It looks like I should stick to flowers and stay away from fighting after all. Well, we're done here. Would you like to go and see the flowers, Fee? They've sorely missed you.
Some things never change.
What a splendid sight to behold!
Principal Vandik? Instructor Makarov?
I thought you were all locked up.
Bro, do you see the muscles on this dude?
Hey, good to see you kids.
The man you see Vandyk's muscles? Like, the man probably, like, snapped his fingers in the direction of the doors holding him in, and they just shattered. We did as we were asked and witnessed the battle from inside, and what a fine battle it was. Both sides fought with all their might. Each and every one of you deserves to hold your head up high. Take it from me, Patrick, you showed all the spirit of a true noble. And why wasn't that voice acted?
Wait a second. Patrick, was this your doing?
Correct. As soon as the Alliance withdrew, Master Patrick and the other upper class students released the instructors at once. They were merely asked to remain inside until this battle met its end.
Wow.
Well, they're not evil. They just wanted to test you guys, or to test themselves, actually, but, you know.
We've played our part by watching the other battle taking place too.
Angie!
Beatrix.
And Vice Principal Heinrich, too.
Heinrich! I love Heinrich.
No broken bones.
Why do I love Heinrich? Because his name is Heinrich. That's literally why.
We just wrapped things up on our end not too long ago. Only to find out that these two had been keeping an eye on us this whole time.
My blade was utterly useless against her overwhelming splendor. What a tragedy.
Master Vincent, I'm afraid that comes to the surprise of no one here. One would be a fool to say otherwise after comparing your abilities.
Oh, woe is me!
Sarifa. Jeez. Sarifa, come on! Be nice! What is with maids of being, like, very blunt?
There's no need to be so blunt, Sarifa.
Why, in Adios' name, do I have to watch this tomfoolery?
I love Heinrich.
Good on you for agreeing to, though.
Sarah!
Here.
Nice work, guys.
It seemed like you were done over here, so we came to take a peek.
Our champions have been decided! What a wholly inspiring
Vim and vigor.
display of youthful vim and vigor!
I love that. Vim and vigor. Indeed. Patrick Higharms, as well as those who fought valiantly by his side. The Battle of Wills has been fought, and the victor is clear. What will you do?
Master Patrick.
What is the meaning of this, Schwarzer? Did you not learn your lesson from the last time you tried to hold your hand out to me after battle?
I don't think you can compare this to the battle back then. Sure, we fought before, but this is the first time we did so without holding ourselves back. And it's the first time we did so while regarding one another as true equals. Maybe you couldn't take my hand after that fight, but I think you can now.
I love this game. I love these characters.
You will never cease to be an irritant, I'll have you know.
I don't think he wants to cease.
I hereby proclaim the Order of the Lion disbanded. All upper class students will assemble under the leadership of Student Council President Herschel. Now, all students, regardless of class, shall righteously fight under one banner as bearers of the horned lion crest.
Yes!
Thank you, Patrick.
Although technically Reen's the one in charge, but whatever. Oh, there's actual cheering.
Please. I'll have none of that from you.
We finally made it. Feels damn good to actually succeed in what we set out to do.
Yeah.
We really have. We're here. All of us. It feels so good to know that Thors can finally be together as one again.
That's right. But this isn't over yet. Our lives in Trista were simple, but full of happiness. We've taken back our home, and now it's time we take back our happiness.
Right!
It was a long and difficult journey, but we were finally able to take back the academy we had longed to return to. The cheers and tears of joy continued well into the night. With every single one of us, commoner and noble, feeling an overwhelming sense of pride to be a student of Thor's military academy. What's more, our victory renewed our hope for the future. So long as we were united, we had the will to work towards putting things right at last.
Act 2, The Awakening Alliance, end. Everyone's bond strengthened.
Upper rank you go! Here's a bonus from the Academy.
The Aura Jacket 2.
Wow, that must have been tough.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get the 56. We actually might. Depends on how many are in the next section.
I'm so proud of you, Reen.
Nice. We actually have to begin the next act, otherwise, when we start the save, it just I can't. The next act's the finale. Let's go. $20. $14. No, there's 34. That's terrible. All right. We're gonna save as soon as we get control. Everyone's just staring.
I'm so happy to finally be back. Looking around, I'm not alone in that sentiment either. Maybe it won't last, but everyone's determined to enjoy it to the fullest while they can. After all, who knows what tomorrow will bring? I knew things wouldn't instantly go back to normal, but I didn't expect all that to be thrown on us.
5 hours earlier. Oh no. I feel nauseous.
You want us to help liberate the capital?
With Ruhr and Bereahard silent, we have a firm foothold to take back Heimdall. If we don't seize the moment before the year is up, there's every chance the war will drag on even longer as a result.
Fighting is still brutal as ever in Western Erebonia. But if the Nortia and Kreutzen provincial armies keep their word not to interfere, they may be able to turn the war around.
That does sound like the best chance we'll ever get, but I still have doubts.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. We have no intention of taking an active role in the war.
We simply wish to fulfill our duties as military academy students.
That sounds perfectly fine to me.
We aren't asking you to fight on the front lines to retake the city. Rather, we would like you, the students of Thor's military academy, to liberate one very specific location.
Yeah?
And where might that be?
The Valflame Palace.
I'll be the one explaining that.
You're here too?
You're from the intelligence division. Huh. Hi, Elector. Long time no see. You back from Crossbell?
Yep, the most pressing problem over there is all taken care of now. So I was finally able to access the Intelligence Division's network again.
Wait a second. Most pressing problem? What happened over there?
Oh, you know, that Azure Tree is gone. There was a ton of confusion after its disappearance, but President Kreuz has been arrested, and things are beginning to calm down.
We had no idea.
I remember feeling an incredible amount of mana from that tree.
Whatever happened there, it's obvious Ouroboros was involved.
Regardless of how it came to happen, the fact remains, Crossbell is of no danger to us now. Yet with that comes new dangers on the horizon.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Dad?
Now that Crossbell is no longer a threat, there's every chance the Calvard Republic might make a move, is that correct?
The Republic still has its own share of chaos as a result of their economic crisis and terrorism. But now that there's an opening to take Crossbell, we've no doubt they will recover sooner rather than later.
And without Gorelia Fortress to serve as an effective deterrent, there's always the possibility they could use Crossbell as a staging area to launch a military incursion into Erebonia.
As a result, our primary concern is ending this war as soon as possible. And we could use your assistance in bringing it to an ever swifter conclusion.
I understand the situation.
In that case, where is this specific location that you'd like us to liberate?
I'm pretty sure it's the palace.
That would be the Corel Imperial Villa.
Oh, it isn't. It's a villa. I stand corrected.
Hey, isn't that...
That's the Imperial family's villa on the outskirts of the city, right?
Are you suggesting that my family is at the villa?
We believe your assumption to be correct, Your Highness. The Intelligence Division has established that His Imperial Majesty and the rest of your family have been imprisoned there. Lady Elise Schwarzer and Imperial Governor Regnitz are also with them.
Dad's there too?
They've been there this whole time?
It's close to the capital, but it's surrounded on all sides by cliffs and the like. That makes it the perfect place to keep VIPs hidden away.
Exactly. The only way to access it via land is a special train that runs from Heimdall Station, and that is currently heavily secured by the Imperial Guard. However, Were your party to use the Courageous to fly there, you should be able to get inside.
I think you already know our answer.
Yeah, we're not going to stop the war or anything. We're going there to pick up Elise. And Marcus is dead.
Yeah, I'm in.
If you say they're there, Lecter, then they're there.
Then there.
It's not much different from liberating Ruhr or the Twin Dragons Bridge, if we think of it like rescuing someone related to us.
Indeed. While the Imperial family is naturally of great importance, rescuing a member of the Board of Directors fits our motives to a T.
And we've always seen it as our duty to help those related to the Academy.
Guess that settles that.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
Well, aren't we being humble?
This is what friends do. To think these kids would turn out to be so dependable.
You're telling me. They're almost dazzling.
Your Highness, may we have your permission to move forward? Yes, by all means. I, Alphen Raisei Arner,
Why the full name?
humbly request that you carry out this mission. Very well, Your Highness. Students of Thor's Military Academy, I hereby declare that we shall dedicate our all to the liberation of the Corel Imperial Villa.
Let's go! Tomorrow.
Really is strange. For all I know, tomorrow could determine the outcome.
Or conversely, I could
And yet I feel completely
BRB,
at peace.
eat a snack, and go. You know what? We're gonna stay.
Just being back here, seeing the sky, and being surrounded by this cool air makes me feel so happy. Why?
Nah. I realize we're gonna have to do like a ton of stuff, and it's gonna take like an entire stream.
You're not planning on standing here alone the whole night, are you?
Yes, Celine, we were planning exactly that.
Hey, Celine. Where's Emma?
Who knows? I'm guessing she's over in the Literature Club's room. One of the second years dragged her off. Something about checking if any of her precious book collection had vanished.
That would be Dorothy. I don't know. I could wander around, but my head's kind of full at the moment. It's like it's suddenly registering just how much this academy
Yeah,
means to
I
me.
hate that feeling. Like, you want to just walk around, but like you just can't.
I knew I liked it, but I never realized how much.
Oh? Well, whatever you end up doing tonight, make it count. With both Vita and Ouroboros involved, you haven't seen the worst this war has to offer. The hardest part's yet to come. And you don't want to face your friend in the goofy bandana weighed down by regrets, do you?
Goofy bandana.
True enough. Oh, hey, are you here because you were worried about me?
Yes, but she's gonna say no.
You've always been so considerate of us, even if you do try to hide it by acting grumpy half the time.
Stop that! You can't go around being nice to every girl you run into. Try treating someone special for once. Surely there's someone who fits that description better than me.
There's about... five girls that fit that description better than you? 6 if you count Angelica. 7 if you count Alphen, and 8 if you count his sister.
Someone special, huh?
This could be the last night you have to enjoy before everything goes to hell. Go and walk around a bit already. Oh, and go pay Valimar a visit too. Honestly, anyone with half a brain could have figured that out. Why do I have to be the one to tell you?
I suppose she's right. Seems a shame to waste a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity standing around here alone. Besides, it's been a long time since I was last here at the Academy. I should walk around and see everyone. I've got a lot of catching up to do with the people in Trista. And after Valimar offered to stand guard near the west exit, It wouldn't feel right to leave him by himself the whole night.
You can now use quick travel and trust in the academy. Again. And with that, is the end of the stream. Thank you to those who watched. I will be back with the final chapter tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.